Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. NFL Cowboys news. If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you know that every season brings new changes, fresh faces, and new dynamics that make the game more exciting. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most talked about figures behind the Cowboys' offensive success, the man in charge of shaping the offensive plays and coordinating the strategy, offensive coordinator Klayton Adams. And guess what? We've got some exclusive insights from none other than Cowboys guard Will Hernandez. So stay tuned because we've got a lot to unpack. Klayton Adams? To the casual observer, his name might not jump out as a household name in the NFL, not like Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, or even CeeDee Lamb. But Klayton's presence in the Cowboys locker room and in the offensive scheme is a game changer. Adams, who took over as offensive coordinator, came with a unique blend of experience from both college football and the NFL. Before landing in Dallas, Adams made his mark as an assistant coach at both college programs and professional teams. His journey is a bit unconventional, but it's one that's all about growth, development, and adapting to the times. Now, let's backtrack a bit to understand Klayton's background. He's a former offensive lineman, which, when you think about it, is key. The guy has a deep understanding of the game, especially the trenches. His career as a player didn't take off to the level he hoped for, but it was his time on the field that ultimately shaped the way he approaches offensive play calling. Klayton's coaching career began to pick up serious momentum in the college ranks. He spent years working with young talent, specifically focusing on the offensive line. But what really put him on the radar for the Cowboys was his time spent working with high-powered offenses in the NFL. From his years at the University of Nebraska to working under some top-tier coaches in the NFL, Adams quickly earned a reputation for being a mastermind behind the offensive scheme. And the Dallas Cowboys saw that potential. With their offensive line being one of the most important units in their entire strategy, Adams' reputation and hands-on experience made him an obvious choice for the position. Will Hernandez, a former second-round pick who made his name with the New York Giants, was traded to the Cowboys to bolster the line. But what's interesting is how Hernandez immediately clicked with Klayton Adams' coaching style. Hernandez, known for his tough, gritty play, found a lot of success working under Adams' system. So, what exactly does Hernandez think about Adams? Klayton's great at adjusting. He's not just a coach who sticks to one thing and expects everyone to follow. He understands that players are different, and that every game is different. What he brings is a level of adaptability that we haven't had in a while. It's all about staying fluid and finding new ways to attack. Now, that's an interesting perspective. What stands out in Hernandez's statement is the adaptability Adams brings to the table. In today's NFL, offensive schemes need to evolve constantly. What works one week might not work the next, so being flexible is crucial, and that's exactly what Adams brings. So, what exactly does Klayton Adams' offensive philosophy look like on the field? Let's break it down. First and foremost, Adams is a coach who thrives on versatility. We saw that in his time with the Giants, and now he's bringing it to Dallas. Whether it's in the running game or the passing game, Adams' offensive scheme allows for multiple looks, misdirection, and the ability to hit teams from all angles. He's all about keeping defenses guessing, and that's a hallmark of successful offensive coordinators in today's league. One thing that has really stood out under Adams is his commitment to balance. While his offense is incredibly dynamic, it doesn't rely too heavily on one particular element. It's not just a pass-heavy offense or a run-first offense. Instead, Adams has designed a scheme where both aspects work hand in hand, often utilizing play action to keep defenses off balance. And with players like Dak Prescott and Tony Pollard in the mix, you can see how this balance works perfectly. Adams' offense gets the best out of every player on the field, from the big guys on the line to the skilled players in the backfield and at wide receiver. But how does that affect the Cowboys' performance? Let's take a look at how this has been playing out during the season. Adams' impact is especially noticeable on the offensive line. Remember, he's an offensive lineman by trade, so his focus on getting the big guys in the trenches right is second to none. In fact, the development of the offensive line has been one of Adams' strongest assets. Will Hernandez, who's been working with Adams for a while now, has made huge strides under the coach's guidance. His knowledge of blocking schemes, how to attack defensive fronts, and understanding the finer details of how Adams wants the line to operate has been key in the Cowboys' offensive improvements. You can tell that Adams has this philosophy of building from the inside out. The offensive line is the backbone of the system, and if they're strong, it unlocks everything else. Running backs can find holes to sprint through, quarterbacks have more time to survey the field, and receivers get more space to make big plays. It all starts up front. Of course, no offensive coordinator's job is ever easy, especially in the high-pressure world of the NFL. For Klayton Adams, there have been challenges along the way. One of the toughest has been maintaining consistency. We've seen the Cowboys' offense struggle at times to execute, whether it's because of turnovers, dropped passes, or inconsistencies in the running game. However, one of Adams' strongest traits is his ability to make quick adjustments. Whether it's simplifying the scheme for a particular week or finding ways to highlight a specific player's strengths, Adams is willing to experiment with new strategies to keep the offense moving. So, what's next for Klayton Adams and the Cowboys' offense? The future looks bright, folks. If Adams continues to refine his offensive play calling and balance the offense as effectively as he has so far, the Cowboys could be poised for a serious playoff run. With a quarterback like Dak Prescott, a dynamic running back in Tony Pollard, and the development of younger players, Adams has the tools to take this offense to the next level. And as we saw from Will Hernandez, the chemistry between Adams and the offensive line is only going to get stronger. If Adams can keep this offense humming, there's no telling how far they could go, and you know the Cowboys faithful are waiting for that Super Bowl run. It'll be exciting to watch. Alright, folks, that wraps up our inside look at Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Klayton Adams and his impact on the team. With his experience, coaching style, and the influence he's had on players like Will Hernandez, it's clear that Adams is a big part of the team's success moving forward. What do you think about Klayton's approach to the Cowboys' offense? Do you think he's the right man to take them to the next level? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more insider NFL content, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.